Okay, hello. Hi. Happy Thursday, everyone. Right, so first of all, apologies, I might be less talkative than normal. My throat is still completely messed up from this throat infection. I have a very long name penicillin. Phenoxymethyl penicillin potassium tablets. That's probably not how you pronounce it, but it's as close as I'm going to get. I've got to literally take, right, 8 today. Like, seriously, how am I in a vial, honestly? It hurts to swallow. So obviously I was feeling it on Tuesday when I streamed. Yesterday it was just a hell of a lot worse. Like, honestly, I was trying to chat to my girlfriend in the car and I just couldn't. Because just trying to talk was painful. It's kind of why I didn't stream yesterday. We're gonna see how we go today. So I might not go as long. Might cut it short like I did Tuesday. We shall see. But yeah, eight today I've got to take. Fucking it. It's a lot. That's a lot. And honestly, I don't know whether it's this or just someone else, but I am wiped the F out. Honestly, I'm just so tired. I went and had a bath like a couple of hours ago, and I fell asleep in a bloody bath. Like, as soon as I'm sat down, not really doing a whole bunch, I'm just like nodding off. It's like, it's crazy. It really is. But yeah, let's see how today goes. So yeah, Tuesday we did start getting insects. We've got our 2 beehives up and running, as we can see our little bees and infestation on the inside of the habitat. Bit concerned how they're able to get in and out, you know. I'm assuming they have less need for oxygen than me because, like, we've not got a fully breathable atmosphere, but they're still alive. They're still going around perfectly happy and content. Me, I'll be dead. But yeah, let's just go round momentarily. Let's top ourselves up. So I've got 2. We'll use that. So today's main objective is we've still got to locate basically for more power. That is a massive limiting factor, is our power. So once we've got power room, we can start using auto crafters, and that's going to really speed up a lot of things for us. Like a hell of a lot of stuff. Right, so this is uncommon, right? That is uncommon. Let's have a quick look at the tech. Right. Obviously, we're not far. Well, we're nearly halfway to teleport, and actually, we're just over halfway to teleporters. So realistically, we should unlock this today, because generally, because of the way we progress as we're doing stuff, we think what we're at the beginning of the stream. We usually, you know, add a 0, and that's usually where we are heading towards the end of the stream normally. It might be a little bit slower today because I'm not going to be rushing onto certain things, because I think we're going to do a little bit more exploring than we normally would, because as we can see, power-wise, we're struggling. I've not found any pulsar core, so we can't do this. So we are relying on nuclear power, which is then an issue because We haven't found currently a renewable source of uranium yet. Closest we've got is to be getting uranite and refining it, crushing it rather. Problem is that will take.
Received. Dispensing gratitude. Gratitude dispensed.
Espasa, thank you very much for the tier 3 sub. 47 month sub. That's insane. How am I? My throat is still killing me, mate. If I'm honest with you. I'm on very strong and like high dosage of antibiotics to try and shift it. Fingers crossed that it's painful to swallow. Like this is how bad it is. Like fingers crossed. I will shift it soon enough. Then okay, we haven't known each other much more than 47 months. I mean, put a 0 on it, and then that'll bring you closer. How long you and I have known each other? Right. So cobalt. So that is now every locker full again, yeah. Right. So I can just dump everything. Cool. I'm not even gonna hold stuff back now. Right, sod it. Give us the space. Like, I don't even need to empty these out, to be honest. Actually, no. Saying now, what I will do with this. At the very least, pull them into there, so we can build up a small stockpile. I'm going to put that into there. Into there. Why am I holding 3 osmium? Was there a reason I was holding 3 osmium? Is there anything that I wanted to do with it, maybe? I'm gonna go with no. But I do know, silly me, I needed to have kept some stuff back. Simply because I always need to have enough to build a vehicle station. Right, so we're going to fly over. Saying that, one thing I do... Wow, I know what could be useful. See if we've got any... No. Is it 2 or 1? I think it was... I've got one here, actually. That's fine. And uranium. Okay, cool. And then... So, oh no. Right, so basically, we're going to fly over. What we're going to do, we're going to go to the uranite miner. We're going to put the scrapping machine down. In fact, let's... Basically a mobile scrapping machine. We're going to take everything that isn't the primary thing we want. Silly me, I should have actually picked up another alloy. To be fair, I think we're going to bump into some while we're heading over there anyway, so that's okay. My OCD is not totally kicked in. It has to a limited degree. Not quite, but to a very limited degree it has. Massive trees. Saying that, we can now go into here. God, that's very slow. Come on. Thank you. There's got to be a lot to explore around here. Oh, blueprint chip. Oh, that's useful stuff. To be fair, I should have left that at home. Whoopsie. Is it a game, but it's really... Yeah, it was a little bit of sandstorm. Any silicon actually laying around? No, I've actually got this here. There you go. Hey! Interior wall. Brilliant. Pretty sure I just saw lava. But I did not. And here we go. Shame I can't dismantle these for something. Like, that'd be pretty cool. Alright, so we've got to come... we're filled up again, so we've got to come back. So something I can do. Oh, really? So anything that is like I'm gonna just scrap when I get back anyway, scrap out here. Makes sense, right? Ooh, fuse. Yes. Oh. Yes. Do I want to get do I want to do these now? Yeah, that's all that. Got to keep an eye on my inventory space. Got room for 2 more. 1, 2. Is there a reason to come back in, or are we done? I think we're done. I mean, I'm not seeing any like reactors or anything, so I think we've completely done this ship. Which, if we look on, yeah, it feels about right. Doesn't feel like I'm missing anything. There's not going to be any hidden areas. It's not a very large vessel, so. I mean, realist. Oh fuck! That's a lot hitting. Let me just get some cover. That's got the potential to cause me a lot of pain. That's super alloys. There's a lot of rocks. Thing is, it's like I don't exactly have the space. Like pick them up, so we'll at least grab a couple of there you go. I'm at least full then. See, the problem is they just despawn anyway, so I will lose them. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Not that sad. Oof. Sorry. Alright, sorry. Scott responds. Right then, so we've actually come back with a lot of goodies. So first of all, I'll keep three. Actually, I don't need one. So basically, this I don't need to worry about my stuff for the shredder because I've already got a shredder out in the field that I will go and grab when I go back out. Have I got enough? I don't have enough power to do that. Even though, saying that, do I now have enough rods to put a nuclear reactor down? Oh, I do. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Right. So, what was it? It was... Right, let me just put excess stuff away. Osmium rods. Alloy rods. Hang on, did I take that when I shouldn't have? Yeah, that's got to stay in there, Chris. What are you doing? Good job, I just thought of that. Sorry, brain needs to focus. Brain, focus. What are you doing? Seeds. Random stuff. For the moment, I need to put not random stuff in there. You got any? 1, 2, 3. So I've got a better place to put that. Not really. Suits. Do I? No, actually, circuit. Right. Circuits might be have its own unique place. Yes. Okay. Cool. That can go there. Sulfur, another seed, more seeds, mutagen, fertilizer. Keep the food. Actually, I'm going to put the beans away since we're going to convert them. So, Grundick, how's it going? Throw that in there. More seeds. Actually, I'm going to change that to fertilizer. Is that actually how I spell it? Yeah, okay. Just for the moment. Seed packet. Because really, I'm not going to... Long term, we're not taking them out. You're okay. I'm glad to hear. How am I? I'm in a lot of pain. I will be blunt. 2, 3, 92. So yeah, my throat infection. Oh, so it turns out it's not actually tonsillitis as I was suspecting. It's an infection of the soft tissue. Dr. Wen, the treatment's exactly the same though. So yeah, very aggressive course of antibiotics to try and shift it. I started taking the course yesterday, so I haven't had time for it to start impacting. Okay, so nuclear reactor can go here. That's the thought. We still got this room doing what exactly? Just taking up space, basically. Thought I kept it there for a reason, but no. Deeper bacteria, that's trying to cure a virus that way. Well, it wouldn't be a virus because I've got penicillin, which is bacterial infection. But yeah, it's a very aggressive course to try and shift it. Like, hit it hard. Food. No, hang on, no. I'm going to put them away. This can go into here. That can go into there as well. I've got rubbery tree seeds, 1200. I'm tempted to actually, just for the moment. Because I put them down here, didn't I? I'm sure this is where I put my first tree spreaders. Yes. So what was it, did I put in here? Put 400. Right, I'm going to put 1200 now. I'm not liking the pop-in. Sorry, let me just check these graphics. I've got everything to maximum. Yeah, the way the LOD's popping in, I'm just... It feels like it's not rendering it far enough. Like, it's very noticeable here for this patch. Like, look at the vast difference. How close I'm getting with the LOD changes. Right, let's put the zeolite away. I have 2 zeolite. That means I can actually do something with it, right? DNA manipulator. That's a good shout. Because I do have a... Actually, I'm going to call these non-tasty nuggets. Just the grammar feels better. I don't care if it's correct or not. But... Right, osmium and an alloy. No lie, every time I see a bee or something just right over there, my brain at the moment, because of how messed up my head is currently with the sleep deprivation, I keep thinking it's actually something in my room just off to the side. Like, cheers, brain. Right, so realistically, I'm not doing anything with them at the moment, but it's there for when I want to. Water. I can do another beehive. It is uncommon, which I do have. No dinosaurs, not yet. In time, hopefully. So I do actually have now the power to put a autocrafter down, should I wish to. I am. Because I know exactly what I'm going to use it for the time being. Because it's going to go here. Yeah, as long as the beehives are in range. There we go. So anytime honey's made, I'll get a bit of food. So I don't have to go picking it up or anything now. So next thing is, do I have enough power left to put another optimizer down? I don't have enough obsidian. No. Is the short question. It's the quick answer. So you vault that in there. Canned beans crafter. No, honey beans. The honey beans. Let's get it right. And they're very tasty. Sup, Vid? How's it going? Canned honey beans. Okay, I can accept that. Even though technically they're packaged honey beans. And high quality packaged honey beans. Let's not forget the high quality part. It's very important. Even though I should really... Actually, I know what I'm saving the zeolite for. Fuck. I was bloody saving it to put the O2 generator in the rover. Whoopsie. Oh well, I just have to hope I find more zeolite then, don't I? You know, I'm told it's already unlocked. I've just got to locate it. I know it's somewhere in that direction, but I'm searching this way because we're trying to handle our constant uranium and shortage at the moment. Propaganda and lies. No such thing. That's fake news. That is propaganda and lies. You mean there's still stuff in there? You can get rid of it. Oh, I'm a numpty. I forgot to bring the... my days. I forgot to bring the bloody garage over with me. That was a silly whoopsie. How am I liking the DLC? Actually, I'm really enjoying it. Truth be told. Right, well, I'm gonna go manually with it. I'm pretty sure I have emptied all these out. We're gonna double check. Like, I'm 95% certain I've emptied them. Using my patent pending trick of go somewhere, someplace to loot, summon a rover, fill it up, and go home. Recall the rover trick. Yes. Like, literally, I worked this out, like, within... that is the best use scenario... best case use scenario for the rover. Figure that out in 5 seconds of first having the rover. And figuring out that I can teleport it... or, well, summon it to a garage. Like, cool. Let's test. Does it keep what's in the inventory? Yep, right. I know exactly what I'm doing with this thing, then. And once I've got the O2 adaptation on it, then it's going to become my mobile O2 breathing unit as well. What's this? I'm on O2. Cool. Just quickly, let me just summon my rover, take a deep breath, and continue. Yeah, you stole it off your stream. No, I haven't seen your stream because I go into these games blind. So I had not seen anyone else play this. And to be fair, I hadn't played... last time I played the core game was before the rover was even released. So, not a clue who else was doing it. But, I know the ingenuity of a lot of people. So, no doubt I was... The only way I would have been the first person to come up with it is if I'd played it on the rover release. Did play this on hardcore, all you see is a lot of dying. You should see me on my challenge. Well, you didn't see me when I did my challenge run on this. My challenge run is literally I was not allowed to touch crates until I'd gotten portals. Because at that point, then there's no point using the portals if you're not touching crates. What's up, Princess? I'm assuming you finished work now. Yeah, no, I died so much because basically we had to change it that I was allowed to go into crates to get food because you just simply can't speed run your way to the food growers quick enough. So yeah, so I was allowed to grab seeds and food out of the crates, but other than that I could not touch them or take anything out until I'd started using portals. That was a fun, if I'm honest, that was a fun game. And next challenge run we'll have that, but we're also going to disable all meteor events as well, because I find it makes the game too easy having meteorites giving you free resources. What, you've managed to do it? What, on half speed terraforming? starting only with your starting MREs. Mate, you're gonna have to show me because I'm not sure. I can believe you did it the similar way to me, where you didn't take anything out. But surely you would have been able to find this food source of some description before you got the unlock the food grower, because the food grower is like pretty far down here. Like, and we pushed, like, did everything O2, but we were limited on basically, because we happen to know where all the loose seeds are. So we got every seed, we put everything into veggie tubes. So literally you couldn't go any quicker, to my knowledge of the map on Prime. Do you put your VODs up onto YouTube? I might have to check it out, see how you did it. Because this is why we altered it, to where I could grab MREs and seeds from crates, because we couldn't see a way that I could keep alive otherwise. Right, beehive, because the thing should be done. Right, so... one alloy, a fertilizer. Actually, let me see if there's silicon in one of the mines first. Yep. Door. I was super lucky with Start Loot. I think it was 8 foods and 6. Oh no, on my days did not even get anywhere close to that. We had 1 seed, but obviously you gotta remember there's that wreck that have a bunch in one of the back rooms just laying about. They have like 6 or 7 seeds laying about on the floor, so obviously I need to go grab them. And then we had like 3 or 4 MREs. Yeah. And then obviously this was on like 1.2 or 1. Basically higher consumption as well, so the thing dropped faster because we did this on intense. So now I've got infinite food. I don't care about wasting it now. Infinite food, infinite water. See, at this point it's like there needs to be an automatic just consumption. That's osmium. Osmium falling from the sky. So what have you missed, Kitchen Girl? Not a whole bunch at the moment. We did go into that spaceship and grabbed a bunch of stuff. I think that's the main thing that we've done. Fell off the super alloy maze and died. Rip. To be fair, things like that is why I don't do hardcore runs. Like if I want to do dumb shit and not be able to respawn, I'll do it in real life. I mean, I do dumb shit in real life anyway, but it's not the point. Just move that past you blocking the screen. Right, let me just pull that over so I'm always knowing that I've got what I need. So I should have 3 alloys. No, I've got 2. So I need to grab another one. No, that one. Actually, do I need to keep one back? Yes, I do. Trying to get space when the blue sky's triggered and you died. Oh, wow. Sucks. I could do this now if I wanted. I'm going to. Let me grab that. The singular coelite. Methane, not that one. That one. There should be cobalt, magnesium. Cool. And then I can have that and that. Woo. Excellent. Have a look here. Oh, lots of beautiful stuffs. Right, so next thing to go towards well, we're glad to put into Uranite. Not gonna be much more over there. Go to the ice cave bit, actually. Wasn't quite as heartbreaking when you dehydrators getting on the end game rocket. Oh my god, that's gotta hurt. Oh, what you should do is redacted, then redacted, then redacted. Okay, that sounds like a great plan. I will get right on that. Thanks for the advice. Could have swore I'd emptied here, and apparently I've missed a couple of chests. I mean, considering what I'm getting out of them, not complaining that they're still there. I mean, please don't ban you for backseat. Well, since you asked nicely, we'll put it into consideration. Those crates were covered by ice until recently. But I've already been up there. That's what I mean. Seed. Fuck. Okay. I love the fact that this very energy intensive activity of teleporting an entire vehicle still works when you have no power. Like, it's brilliant. It really is. In fact, I just want to make sure I'm not keeping stuff that I don't really have a care in the world for. Yeah, that, yes. Third point is done with the vehicle's power cell, not your grid. Meh. Bloody law. Let me nitpick, alright? See, I'm about to basically get the O2 thing on the rover, and I don't really need it now. Now, water generator, that would be cool to have. Where did the holes go? Fun places. Yeah, they basically go to Middle Earth. So at some point we've got to go down there and go meet all the lizard people that control Earth's politics. Then ask them what the hell they've been doing lately. Because they've sure been making a mess of everything. Just point that out to them. I was hoping I'd left a monitor in there, but I hadn't. I'll tell you what I am going to do. Let's go past. I'm full now. Literally, I just had the one. I didn't even have the one space, did I? I just lost out on that item. Not a clue. I wasn't paying that much attention, if I'm honest. But with all the extra stuff, we should be able to do another nuclear reactor. So, you know, even more expansion on what we have. Tell you what I am going to do, thinking about it. Actually, first of all, what am I missing for this? Just two O2 canisters. Have I looked at Edencraft there? I did, not convinced it's going to be for me. If I'm honest. Something about the style put me off. but I can't really explain it. I can't do that yet. Yeah, rocket engine. Actually, do I really need to do speed increases? I'm not driving the thing. And I've already got the other stuff, so literally that's the last thing I want for it. Want to get excited about it. Yeah, the premise, like, don't get me wrong, I like the premise, but I watched someone play. Perhaps it was just the person playing it, but I watched someone play it. I can give you an idea what I think it is when they started doing pipes from the pumps, the way the game does it, I just immediately like, ugh, what the hell? And the graphic, I don't know, it feels like I've gone back to the 90s. Where's the thing? That one. There you go. Tidies this menu up. Right. I need to top my water up because I'm actually near enough out. So I will be back in a couple of minutes. I will actually save it and keep it paused. So back in a moment. Right. Sorry that took longer. Dumbass me. It's just literally tripped over my weights. Literally went flying into one of my monitors. So that's now been shifted. Completely shattered one of my toenails. So it's now pouring out with blood. I'm pretty sure I've just broken another one of my toes. That is very fucking painful. And I've got no painkillers. I used up the last of the painkillers this morning. And it's not like you can do anything about it. If it is broken, why did I do that? Because I'm a dumbass. Literally, right, I know you're watching and you're why the weights are where they are, but I don't want you feeling like you're to blame. But basically, the right where they are by my desk, and for a moment I forgot that they were there. So, yeah. I can. That's faster. Yeah, I can already feel. So basically, it's my little toe. I think I've either broken it or very very badly bruised it. I can already feel the swelling. There's a very slight even doing that with it hurts. I mean, it's not immediately gone purple, so that's a good sign. Because normally, if it's a straight break, you get immediate bruising and purple. But so I think it's just badly fucked it. Then, oh, right. But then the tail. Yeah, of course. I'll ice it down. I don't have anything ice wise that I can throw on. I don't have any ice packs or anything. Or I would. But the toe next to it, I've literally just cracked the nail itself, just cracked straight down, and it's like cut and bleeding. So yeah, do I have a cold can? No. When I say I barely got anything in this house, I've barely got anything in this house. Oh. You may need to get looked at. The problem is, I live in the UK. I live in England. I live in the Midlands. Getting it looked at is not really a thing that can happen here. Because the only way I could get it to go somewhere would be to drive. It's my right foot, which is the foot that I use to drive my car. So I see it as if it's at a point where I have to have it looked at because it is broken or damaged, I can't be driving a car. So as long as I can walk. I know what signs to look at when it's like actually there is too much damage. Like tomorrow, once I drop my boys to school, just head straight down. I've fucked up my toes loads of times, so I'm kind of used to it. I've literally got a lump on my big toe from when I fucked it up as a teenager. So, place a damp towel in the freezer for 10 minutes and then apply it. That's a good shout. Give me a minute. Okay, back. Right. I've managed to actually locate some ice. I did. So the last time I had a lady friend over prior to, not to be my girlfriend, but just over for some fun, she did bring a massive bag of ice cubes so we could drink some vodka together. I still have that massive bag of ice cubes, so I've just chipped a bunch off. So I now have it in a wrapped in something now, sitting on said toes. Problem is, it's trying to make sure that I can still having it pressured. Right, there you go. There you go. That feels better. Anyway, hello Jed. What a time to come in, right? Oh. Yes, I need to move these then. I need to put them back to where I had them originally. To be fair, you're accident prone yourself. Yeah, but you're not accident prone enough to smack your head on a door frame while walking through it like I am at your workplace. Not your fault. Look, it was on. You put them where you put them, right? It was on me to move them if I thought they were in the way. I didn't think they were in the way. That's why I left them there. I would have to be careful. Do kick my desk or chair wheel often. It hurts. Yeah. To be fair, it's more a case of I'm rarely barefooted around my house these days. Every time I'm barefooted lately, I catch something. If I had my socks on, I can guarantee I wouldn't have caught it. Because, there's this thing called Sod's Law. Right, anyway, let's not die. Hey, it's taking my mind a bit off my the pain in my throat at least. So, small wins. All this zeolite. All I'm gonna say, whatever it is, it's not intense enough. I don't feel like I'm gonna go into shock or anything. So, in my mind, that means the damage is not overly severe. Because usually when it is bad injury, I can feel my body reacting to it in a way. Kind of how I know. I'm sure as age is catching up to me, my body's going to react different to the types of injuries. But you will worry. Right, then if you're still awake when I'm done, you can call me. I'll put your mind at ease. If not, I will text you anyway. So, as I always say, if I'm not worried, you don't need to be worried. When I'm worried, that's when you get worried. Right, interior wall. We're actually going to finally put a bloody wall on that thing. How many do I need to? Actually, I need 2 more because I need to do it double-sided, don't I? Sounds like a plan. A few things to load on you. Okay. Right, well. I think Uni's asleep again. But if she wakes up, we'll do what we did on Tuesday. 1, 2, 3, yep. On the way. Keep 1. Mutagen. Do I want to do another? Should we do another beehive? I'm going to go with yeah. Look. Woo! Okay, cool. And I'm going to put that plant. To be fair, what's it? The adrenaline or whatever is now kicked in, so I'm not feeling the pain now. Like I said, if it's bad, I'm gonna know in the morning because that's when everything settles down, and then I get out of bed, go to walk. That's when I'm gonna know how bad it is. It's too early. Okay, just find out what time I'm starting on Friday. Oh, I put the uranium. There was a reason why I kept that uranium. Osmium. Focus on having enough super alloys. I've got to have the other stuff. Even though I do need to make some more explosive powder. What is power like now? We've put another generator down. Right, so 361. I'm gonna go with. What do we reckon? Should I hold off on doing more auto crafters until we've got the trade rocket up and running? Because one thing really should be looking at getting done is the big room and the big lockers. Because at that point, having organization is way easier. Because we can have it in a more compressed area. Like with a lot. I don't know if you guys remember how I did it a couple of saves ago. Where we had that 3x3 room. Like across. Basically, we had a U shape of lockers for basically everything. And then in the middle, we had 2 rows of auto crafters, which basically covered me for 99% of everything. And then we just had a biolab next door with its own auto crafters and its own lockers. Definitely help with the power. Yeah, if we get more uranium. Just spilt some water on my fucking leg. Bus. Oh, it would be interesting to do a type of bus system in this. I know we need to start using up these seeds, so I'm about to fill a 3rd locker. I don't want to dump stuff like that. I know. There's like at this point there's 0 negative impact for doing it because I've just got so much. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna put the beans in there. Beans go somewhere else. I'm not gonna lie. I do feel this game just throws way more stuff at you than you ever need. Like I would love there to be a setting where basically it makes resources more scarce. Is that the word? Is that the word I'm looking for? I think it's the word I'm looking for. Like much fewer of the resources around. I think that would be good. I don't even know if I want these explosives at the moment. I'll take some. Right, and I need all but 1 osmium putting away. The base consists of the rocket launcher attached to the truck garage, attached to the portal, then my buildings. It sounds like a plan. We've all got some explosives in there. Seeds, oxygen fuse, no, keep them in there. Right, we've got to keep 1 iron, just in case we need to put a platform down. take that, throw that in there. Actually, let me see what we can do with these engines. So we've got 6 engines, right? I can do them right now. So because what? So we've got 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, so 3. That'll be 4. And then Lemurs. Oh, how Lemurs? What is the proper pronunciation? Lerma? Absolute great base planning, that. Top notch. Pronounced Lerma. Okay, that's how that's how I've been. Can you get going? Thank you. So yeah, we're like absolutely shooting up on the plants now. However you want to say it. At the end of the day, we all know what I'm talking about. That's the important part. I could call it bloody Susie. If you know what I'm talking about, it don't matter. Right, so the next autocraft is probably going to be for normal fertilizer, I reckon. Yeah, I actually had more tree bark than I needed. Because, you know, I thought it was 2, not 1. Because, you know, I'm me. Hello, Unicorn! You just missed all the fun. I'm also waiting for her to have a sad face when she notices something. When did I become secured? What's secured? What's up, Shaded? That was Tuesday that happened. Right, can I do mutagen? I can't do mutagen. Realistically, I can't do mutagen. Of course I can. What am I talking about? Of course I can. Let's just put all... well, some of them away. Right, so that's I'm going to throw that in there for the moment. Throw that back as well. Stick them in there. Them in there. Actually, I've only got 2 engines. Why did I make 4? I don't know what I made 4, but I made 4. Go pick up some of this algae. There we go. We are full. Okay, that's enough. Question: what does the algae contribute to the game? Allows us to make fertilizer, bacteria samples. It's a key ingredient for a lot of stuff when you start getting into biological entities. So I was in a room after a 4-hour breakdown. Easier getting drunk adults to stop crying. You're not wrong. So I've made I literally my youngest cry earlier. Because in typical fashion, there was something he should have told me as soon as he got out of school. But then left it to once he was in bed. And didn't even tell me, told his brother to tell me. I had to tell him off for not telling me as soon as it's doable. To deliberately be not telling me. Did he forget his water bottle? No. Case of he's left his lunchbox at school. And there's now 3 of his lunchboxes apparently, which I literally found out today. 3 of his lunchboxes are at school. Why am I only hearing about this as you're going to bed tonight? So, as I said, you know, there's always consequences. Like, you told me you should mention it, like, as soon as possible. Yeah? So I said he's not allowed his tablet in the morning before school. So he ended up going upstairs, throwing himself onto his blanket and started bawling his eyes out. Because I said he weren't allowed his tablet in the morning. So this is how I've made him cry. In typical 8-year-old fashion, it's got to like blow it out of proportion. Oh my god, I can't use my tablet, the world's ending. Thank you for the hydrate, Quendick. So yeah, my actual body temperature's gone up because of the pain. Unicorn. So I may have just fucked up my toe, just so you know. I've got to see how it's like in the morning. When I was in school, I've left my lunchbox in school. I had no lunchbox the next day. Yeah. Thing is, it's a case of I will have him go in where his food's like in like a little bag or something that can transfer over, and I will probably go to the teacher and go, can we make sure he's got all these lunchboxes, please? Because I'm sick of him leaving stuff at school. Like, all of the last school year, he spent most of it without a jumper because he kept losing it at school. And they're not cheap to replace, let me tell you. Hand-coded sandwich, bag of chips, and an apple for a week until I brought the box home. Look, all I'm gonna say, it's not that. What's frustrating me more? It's not that. Okay, he's forgotten. He's forgetful. Yeah, but he shouldn't be. He's 8 years. He's 8 years old. Doesn't remind you of me. Don't even. It's the case of the continually forgetting the same thing. But the fact that there's now 3, apparently, which means he's gone in this morning with a different lunchbox. He's gone in yesterday with. Why has his mum not told me? Why am I only hearing this now? Because if I was aware that he'd done it a few times already this week, I would, when I picked him up, I would have asked. But I already asked him, where's his jumper? Where's your jumper if he's not wearing it? Because I'm already in that habit of knowing that he forgets it. Oh, it's in my bag. Or today it was around his waist. But it's like it's only this. To be fair, it's only the second time that he's forgotten his lunchbox when I've been picking him up. So it's not something that I've thought, oh well, I just need to check. Am I like being a bit overboard on this? I probably am, to be honest. Apparently my ex-wife is doing TikTok now, so she was telling me yesterday. As in she's going live on TikTok. Just to talk or something. I don't know. It's TikTok. TikTok don't interest me. I think she sees, you know, that I make a bit of my living off this and thought, oh well, I'm going to jump in on this. And it's not that easy, mate. Honestly. Sorry, problem was because she didn't win the fancy dress contest. You can understand why, because she was pretty fun there. It was Halloween party and she was dressed as a butterfly fairy princess. I don't know how truthful do you want to be with her? That's the problem. I mean, the obvious diplomatic answer is we can't always win, or sometimes we've got to be fair and let others win. The reality is something like that is just a popularity contest. End of the day, unless the winner is something absolutely spectacularly amazing, the chances are the winner is just simply whoever was getting to decide the winner is just their favourite person. What's it, Grundick? We're talking about a 5-year-old. The question is, where did these lunchboxes leaving come from? Well, me, because I'm the one that ends up replacing them. Kids are assholes, so I can't be not having him have a normal, like a proper lunchbox, because kids will pick up on, oh, what, your family can't afford to get you a lunchbox? Yeah, you're poor. Yeah. I know I had to deal with that. So I told her because it was a scary contest and brought a little prize to be my favourite. Yeah, I mean, Grundy, I could get your line of thinking if we were talking about like an adult like a bunch of adults as a costume party, but no, it was bunch of children. It was a school thing. Kids will always find why they should attack someone. Yeah, don't I bloody know it. This is why I disagree with the whole principle thing of making parents pay like £300 a year for fucking uniform. Oh, so they don't know if they're poor or not. No, they know. Because if you're going to go all that way, then you should have standard-size shoes and that. Because that's what gives it away. The shoes. Or how kept the uniform is. Don't give me that bollocks about... Oh no, we're going to get into a rant about uniforms because honestly, it pisses me off. The excuse... Like literally, there's only one ever valid excuse for uniform. And that's because there's this thing where... what's it? Information. No, hang on. What's it called? Basically, where you don't have to put any mental effort into deciding what you're going to wear today. It's already decided for you. There's an actual terminology for it. And that's probably the only valid excuse. Right, hang on. Why am I picking up for explosive powder? My brain doesn't even know what I'm doing at the moment. I'll be honest with you here. My parents would send me to school with a grocer sack with, I can't remember, to bring things home in giant letters on the side. Thing is, he's 8. Like, if it was my 15-year-old doing it... Actually, the thing is, I wouldn't do it to my 15-year-old because of his autism. He's already a fucking target from that alone. I wouldn't be wanting to pay an extra... I've already threatened to knock out a few kids that have in the past started on him. They quickly back down when they see a 191 centimeter tall guy weighing 130 something kilos with the background that I have and the job and industry that I'm in. Suddenly going, if you don't behave yourself, I'm going to knock you the fuck out, and there's nothing your parents can do about it. Yeah, they quickly shut the fuck up. Schools want to conform children to society at a young age. I mean, it is. That is a big reason of doing it, isn't it? Right, back up to 3. Right, cool. You're tossing items between boxes for hours. This game is you're not wrong. To be fair, we do get a point where I can not do this. Because we eventually we do unlock a way. We're not actually a million miles away from it either. Basically drones where they'll move things around for me, and then I can focus on other things. I'm not gonna lie, I do wish it unlocked sooner. Yeah, no, the problem is, Fed, is how to punish children, or how to make them understand when they've made a mistake and to keep it in their mind to not make it again. It's kind of evolved. It's different now. Like, I can absolutely see my mum doing it to me when I was 7, 8. Yeah. But I can, perhaps I'm just too soft, but I couldn't see myself doing it to my boys. Right, what should we do now? I think we've done a lot of moving things from place A to place B. We've done a hell of a lot. So, Unihorn, are you still present? I'll tell you what you've missed is I tripped over my weights and I have completely fucked up my toe. One of my toenails is I've completely split it. Yes. So I currently have ice sitting on 2 of my toes. To see, and then I'll see how they are in the morning. So if I should go and get them looked at. Two reasons school exists. First of all is to remove children from work market, and second, make them conformists. No, I think wasn't the first. No. Okay, maybe once upon a time. These days, unfortunately, during COVID, governments gave this up, right? And they actually just started saying it. The main reason for school is to free up parents so the parents can go to work. Because literally, that is what the Tory government said here in the UK during COVID. Those were their exact words. They weren't even beating around the bush. They specifically said, we need to get children back into school so their parents can get back to work. And I'm not kidding you. Teleporter! Apparently, I've left a random garage here using up power for no reason. Whoopsie. It's not what they said, but that's the reason. No, I believe... Well, that is definitely one of the reasons. The other ones is to make them... to get them ready to then basically get into that same workforce as their parents. Hence why their education is the way it is. And if I'm honest though, they do a shit job at it. And you kind of can gather this by the way what the everyday person is taught and what the quote-unquote the elites are taught in their education is vastly different. Like if you ever see exams papers for like places like Eton, which is like where a lot of politicians go to school, what we get? T4 satellite. Equalises after education, children go to work and the cycle continues. This is true. Because otherwise children pose competition and dump payroll. I'm going to go with that. It's going to be heavily dependent on area. Because here in the UK, there is definitely some elements of the powers that be that would gladly have children back in the mines. I mean, maybe not physically back in the mines, because we don't really have mines here in the UK to that level. But I'm sure you get what my meaning. Because there is definitely some elements in UK society, upper echelons of the society, that basically look at children and see them as an untapped workforce. And again, I wish I was joking. All I'm going to say is everyone looks at like us like in the doldrums and the poor of us, like those of us in the bottom 10 percentile of society within our respective nations, right? And look at us like, I don't know, we're messed up or whatever. But honestly, the more I mingle with people from the upper echelons of society, the more disgusted I become. Because honestly, it's not even freaking, oh, it's just a completely different world. It's a completely different sense of morality. Honestly. Purpose of public schools is to indoctrinate kids into what the powers that be want. I agree there. Private school will actually teach the kids to do stupid things like read and think and maths. Yeah, I mean, if making your population literate wasn't such an important thing to help the society, you know, make numbers go higher, which is basically what it's all about. I don't think we'd have like reading, writing, and maths in public schools. I would love to see them even try and get her in the minds. I mean, you know, you're very familiar with this country's history. Like, I mean, right? Let's be honest. This is the harsh reality of humanity, right? The safety nets that we now have in place in the modern world in 2024 allows for a much greater variation of people to survive, have some semblance of quality in life, compared to, say, 100, 150 years ago. Because so many people these days wouldn't stay alive. They'd be dead. Because society would be unwilling to support them, assist them, try and help them become better versions of themselves, or the best versions of themselves. They just go, no, there's something wrong with you. Go away, see you later, and just leave you to fend for yourself. Which is what a lot of people are trying to get us back to, believe it or not. At least if you believe the right-wing rags, and they're not just being dickheads. Right, I've got a bunch of excess stuff again, haven't I? Yes. Oh, I do. Keep one back. And the tossing, oh my god, that could be taken so many different ways. That's later when I'm ostrich. No, I shouldn't say that. I might get banned. What education don't teach is taxes and how to do paperwork and bills. You know what the amazing thing is? Once upon a time, used to. Like they literally used to be lessons in school to teach you how to do like housework and obviously just for the women, just saying, because you know let's not pass up an opportunity to be sexist here. But economics class. You used to have somebody. So here in the UK, what was it called? Home. It was literally, I think it was just something called home class. Now your age is shown. No, I'm just going with what my mum told me. Home ed. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, got too much stuff. Right, I'm gonna throw. I don't even know what I want now. No idea. I have an idea. Yes, I have an absolute top idea. No. I double click. There seems to be a bit of delay with the clicking at the moment. I don't know whether that's like something with the game or my brain. I'll tell you what, we're going to clip that in. because otherwise it's taking up too much space. This will help get rid of some stuff. Want to see insane results of public education? Go to a fast food place, pay cash. That's money made out of paper for peeps who don't know. I can't even show you because I've actually put all my money in the bank this afternoon. Included those notes that Unicorn shoved in my hand last week. That pulsar! That's going to land at the top there, isn't it? Well, rip. As they start handing you a change, give them 14 cents to make you struggle 20 minutes to figure out how to make proper change. Problem is scammers. Right, so Unicorn, you're probably going to be familiar with this. I don't know the name of it, but as I describe it, I'm sure you're going to know what I'm talking about, because it's something that is very common to happen in pubs and in retail. Basically, someone tries to confuse using cash by going, "Oh, can I have some change for this? It might be a £20 note or something. Can I get some change?" And then making out, then basically doing some sleight of hand to basically cause the person to give them more money than what the scammer has given to be changed. Quick change artists. Yes, there you go. See? Problem is, people like me, unless it's interested me, I didn't pay attention and would do other shit. See, that's kind of my problem. That's why I excelled in maths and sciences and like physical education, because this stuff fascinated the fuck out of me. Everything else, I'm sorry, did you say something? I wasn't listening. I didn't care enough. One, two, three. Right, and then I need. So we've got that again. Right, awesome. So that's freed up. Oh my god, I need to. Right, we're gonna have to start putting stuff down for the plants then, aren't we? I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Right, Shanga seeds. Is there any reason for me to even have them in any way, shape, or form other than just because? Because this is the only thing it's going to be used for, isn't it? And I don't really fancy wasting my time with them. When I go to the moment, cashiers had to put the prices in manually. Oh my days! Now you're showing your age. No, actually no. This is how you show your age, there, Jed. When you say putting in manually, did they have the little pop-up numbers come up when they rung up the totals? And they put the numbers in and they had to pull that lever down, and it popped up with the total. Like that like the very original types of tills. That would definitely be a showing your age moment. Well, I'm just gonna bin these. Bye. Also try and confuse you by giving you a £10 note and some change and try to convince you that you gave you a 20. Yeah, see, I've had someone try to do it to me when I worked in the shop. But the thing is, I literally left. I didn't put the money in the till or anything. I literally put it there. So that's what they gave me. Then I counted out. And then when they tried and went, well, no, because that's what you gave me. So don't even try. I mean, okay, it's a bit different. I'm a huge guy. I tell them they don't want to argue with me. When I'm when I'm being assertive, they back the fuck down. Right? But the thing is, that was how I was taught to combat it. Was basically not to put the money in the till until basically after everything had been done. And then if they try to like, oh, actually I've changed my mind on something, oh, cool, then I'll count back what you give me before I give you back the original. But what they're banking on is catching usually youngsters who might be feeling a bit rushed, especially when there's a bit of a queue or there's other customers to be served. Like, then they're not dumb. Let's be honest. You gotta give them credit. They're pretty damn smart, and it's why it works. Because it's not like they're targeting idiots. They're just using the human condition against their mark. I'm not ashamed of my age. I don't know. Some days I am. Of my age, that is, not your age, yet. I'm not ashamed of your age. No, they were electronics. Did have a job with a manual crank register. I've never used a manual one. I did use the electronics ones, but then it's because I worked in a charity shop, and obviously you're not really using barcodes. Even now they don't use barcodes in them. Or the Americans might refer to that as a thrift store, basically for second-hand stuff, and then the money goes to a charity. But here in the UK, we just call them charity shops. Well, I used to volunteer in one. Scammers try to confuse people. That's how it works. Yeah, this is what makes me laugh with a lot of people. Oh, well, I'll never get scammed. That makes you perfectly ideal to get scammed. The moment you think you're immune to being scammed, you've just made yourself the perfect target. Well done. You just played yourself, mate. All right. I'm thinking I'm going to pull Autocrafter actually out here or something. Try and have it in range of these. Oh, there's adverts. Okay. Age is just a number. Just like to wind me up. Yeah, I know you both love to wind me up. I will tell them that I know what was given to me. If they'll probably please move to solve and bring it up with the manager. And then we'll check the camera. That's always the bet. And then they go, oh, but obviously I must have been mistaken or something. And then they drop it because they know that they're not getting away with it. I want this blood. I want these, but I need some pulsar quartz. I'm not immune, but I am vigilant. By the way, want to help me get millions out of Nigeria? Oh yeah, of course. How could I do that? How can I help you get those millions out of Nigeria bit? And I would hope to get some a thanks in the way of a reward for doing so. Actually, a lot of scammers have started going back to the old style postal scams. But so if you peruse Reddit, right? There was a recent Reddit thread, post, whatever terminology you want to use, that honestly just made me shake my head. Right. So there is a there's a subreddit literally called Scams, which is basically trying to bring awareness to the types of scams there are, try and help people not fall victim, or if they have fallen victim, best steps forward to see if they can recover their money, or to, not fall victim to further scams and things like that, right? Generally, it's a good place. The problem is there is a lot of hubris and entitlement now in that place, right? And there was some woman posted in there last week, I'm tempted to say, where basically a husband had fallen victim to the whole there's a warrant out for your arrest scam, and they'd done him for a couple of $1,000. I think it's like $2,500. So a lot of money, but definitely could have been worse. So the whole thing of, if you're not familiar with it, someone calls up pretending to be from the police, saying there's a warrant out for your arrest, but we can stay the warrant if you get, pay a fee of some description or something along those lines, right? And usually it's you've got to go to a shop and buy gift cards and then read them off the gift card numbers. So this guy did this, right? A lot of people won't fall for this because it's not a case of that switched on. It's like their gut is going something don't feel right. Yeah? But obviously they're really good at pressuring you. Spoofing numbers, making it look like this is coming from your local police station. They'll use official words. They'll have speaking an authoritative type voice. They'll basically put pressure and going, right, well, we've got officers on the way round to you right now to come and arrest you, and things like this, and just get you all panicky. Basically shutting down those logic sensors, start overdriving the emotional side of your mind. So this guy, unfortunately, they pulled one over him. So his wife posts, and she's like, I don't know how I can trust him no more. He fell victim to a scam. And everyone's going, yeah, well, you need to see whether you want to even, look for a divorce. And I'm like, holy fuck, Batman. Hold your bloody horses for a minute. Like, the guy's fallen for a scam. And you're going to crucify him because you think you're immune to it. Because the sense of entitlement from these people, oh, well, how do people fall for these things? They must be so stupid or so. No. Like, what's it? One of the biggest scam baiters on YouTube last year literally fell victim to a scam, and he's the most knowledgeable. If someone like him can fall victim, anybody can. I can't remember his name, but he literally does a lot of scam baiting. And he himself fell victim to a scam. I've worked in financial crime. I've worked in fraud. I've got a lot of knowledge. I've literally used to be the person that you come to, where your bank, when you've been frauded. And I can tell you, there is everyone goes, oh, it's only idiots that falls victim. It's not. No, it's not. I have interacted with people from all walks of life who have fallen victim to scams, right? Literally, the only time I literally called someone out on it is one of those send us money and we'll double it scams, because honestly that's probably the dumbest scam going. It's very, very rare for someone to fall for it, and someone did fall for it, and I literally just said to her, I said, why did you think it was legitimate? And she went, I don't know, I was just desperate. There you go. So it's not you're not being stupid, you were just really hoping it was legitimate and you got stung for it. And these people, these scammers, thank you for the hydrate. These scammers are fucking professionals. It's literally their job. There's literally call centers in India and Nigeria and That literally their job, their 9 to 5 job, is to come to the office and start calling people all over, like, America or the UK, or if they're multilingual, then I imagine France and Germany will have similar stories. Italy, things like that. You know, I don't think it's just limited to America and the UK. I'm sure every nation has their own variations of these, right? But I think predominantly English-speaking countries tend to be the biggest targets. I've just shifted my toe slightly, and that sent a massive amount of pain up my leg. Anyway, we've got enough to put the rocket down, the trading rocket. Woo! So, and then what was the other one? Super rod. You're wrapping me in bubble wrap. No, you won't be able to. You wouldn't be able to resist popping it all. Sorry, so it'd be useless. I need uranium rod as well. How can people fall for these ludicrous scams 2 seconds later? Sure, I can never get me the inside Nigeria. Yeah, I'll be honest. I've nearly fallen for one. I'm sure if the person was better, they could have gotten me. They just wasn't good enough. Probably the wrong word to say, but I'm not even going to pretend that I'm immune. I know I'm a harder person to scam because I have high vigilance. I'm aware of most scams. But on my day, the stories I could tell you from my time, like helping people in like financial fraud and that, and the thing is that it's not like, oh, these people are idiots, because some of them are genuinely really fucking heartbreaking. I'll tell you one in a moment, actually, that really broke my heart. Mostly they're not calling people, they're making people call them by doing scammy spam ads, search pretend to be tech support, legit company like Amazon, Google, Norton, such. I would lay you down and roll you along. I could so imagine you doing it. Imagine you both doing that too, just like one of those like rolls of bubble wrap, just wrap it around me and then just like push me up. You'd probably get the kids to join in and do it as well. Sometimes I receive scam calls, but scammers nowadays are just stupid. But again, are you the type of person they're going to be like targeting? So this was in the news lately, where basically someone got scammed out of thousands of pounds because someone called up saying that they're, and this is a very common one, by the way, and this is one that does catch a lot of people out, because if they think about it for a second, they will click that it's a scam. But it's not something that they think about, which is why it catches a lot of them out, right? Hi, yeah, this is your bank calling. Yep. We've noticed some suspicious activity on your account. We think your account's been compromised, and we're concerned. We might be looking to close your account and seizing all the money in. Now, however, if you do, oh, hang on a minute, oh, I don't trust this. Well, that's absolutely okay, sir. You just call the number on the back of your card. You'll get through to one of our advisors, and they'll be able to confirm what I'm saying. Okay, cool. Right, call back. Yes, hi. Yeah, no, this is absolutely true. What we need you to do is quickly go into your banking app, transfer your money into this Revolut account, is the current one that they're using. And then once we do it, we can look at securing your account. Guess what? You've just called the number on the back of their card. What are you thinking? Well, this is legitimate. You're not. You're still talking to the scammer. You don't know this. Most people don't know, right, that if you're going to call back, use a different device. Because there is a way to keep the line open. So when you call back and you're typing in, the line hasn't been disconnected. You're still connected to the original scammer. All they've done, they've just passed the headset over to the guy next to him. Most people don't know that this is a thing. BT, so here in the UK, BT literally a few years ago had to change one of the processes in their entire phone network to try and combat this, because it started becoming so common. It's a lot harder to do on a mobile phone than it is on a landline, but on a landline it's very, very easy to do this, right? Yeah, obviously if you legitimately call back, you'd speak to a different person. Yeah, but that's what I mean. They pass the headset over to their mate, so you are talking to a different person, but you're still talking to the scammers, even though you have dialed your bank's phone number off the back of your card. You've dialed it in, you've put it in, you've pressed the call button, and you're now calling. You've immediately been connected to someone. Guess what? You're still talking to the scammer, because basically they've prevented your phone from dialing out, and it stayed connected to their phone. A lot of people don't know that this is possible, and this is a big way how they catch these so-called "I'm never going to get scammed" people out. The big thing that you have to get into your head if you ever get a call like that is, if you're being asked to move the money yourself because there's potential fraud suspicions, I'm sorry, you're the bank. You've got more access to my account than I do. Why can't you do it? This was always, anytime I had someone call through who'd been a victim to this type of scam, this was the lesson that I would teach them. If we call you up because we've got fraud concerns, we would not ask, other than providing evidence of a transaction, which would be in the form of you send us some paperwork or an email, we wouldn't ask you to do anything on your account, because we can do it ourselves. So if we're asking you, that's a scammer. And that's where we have to educate our customers. So if it happened again, they go, oh, hang on, I remember that conversation with that nice guy called Chris. That was really helpful. That doesn't work on US phones. Does it not? Because I know they changed the BT, because here in the UK, basically the entire phone lines are run and managed by British Telecoms on the back end. And they had to change the entire back end around this. But they only changed it, I'm tempted to say, it was as recently as COVID that they changed it. It was around that time, because we're in the financial sector. We're constantly pushing them, going, look, we keep getting these calls. This is how it works. We know how it works, right? But yeah, so literally the number one advice that I was always giving it, if you have any doubt, even when I was the one calling them, making the first point, and they're going, well, I'm not sure if you're legitimate. Okay, call the number on the back of your card using a different phone. Because if you're getting that information out there, you're educating, putting that. Someone can't intercept two devices. If they can, I've never heard of it. I mean, perhaps the CIA could, but at the end of the day, if you've got the CIA trying to fraud you, you've got much bigger things to worry about. Let's be honest here. Right, are we good to continue? Yeah, I think we are. I think we've moved stuff around the boxes for a good while now. I'd have to look into that vid to see whether you can get line hijacking on US phone networks, because it's all basically the same technology, but perhaps you guys have got something already in place that prevents, you know, how we were susceptible to it. You guys already had something in place that prevented it. And to be fair, it was the dumbest thing. It's basically to stop the phone company or the phone exchange from ending a call. The phones would be effectively sending signals constantly. So it required the interruption or an end signal from both sides of the line for the call to end. And not just from one side. They changed it where it only needed it from one side. That's it. There was something else that they did as well, but that was generally, that's it, very simplified. One time I was the subject of a targeted scam. Didn't know my name, bank account balances. They were caught up by being too aggressive. Like first call pretend to be bank employee, then the police called, then another police. Yeah, when you start getting bombarded by calls, like, yeah, like they've kind of tipped their hand of being a bit too desperate at that point. But then there's going to be people that will fall for that, because that means you're not the type of person that they're intending to scam, because you're going to go, hang on a minute. So they'll try it with you, but the moment you go, hang on a minute, they go, okay, cool, you're not our intended victim. They move on to someone else. They're looking at flustering someone. They're looking at getting someone on the back foot. Got pulse. Oh, we got pulse I caught. They're looking at getting someone panicking. That's their goal. That's their target. Once they've got that, they've got them hooked. We don't call it hijacking, but they can redirect your calls. Okay. So it sounds like the type of fraud that I was talking about then is not really, doesn't happen, or at least very, very rare over in the US. That was instituted in the 60s. Okay. Wow. There was something that America was ahead of us over when it comes to protecting citizens. No, I'm sorry. I'm just joking. Or am I? I can still access it. Hang on, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There we go. There's a way to pretend to be legit call for your phone. Yeah, I mean, number spoofing. There's never. I don't know. Is there a way to, like, for phone networks to ever to stop number spoofing from ever being a thing? There must be, surely. Where you know the person calling is who your phone says is calling. If I remember correctly, last time they looked at preventing it, though, they couldn't do it because of VoIP. It would literally break that. If I remember correctly. So else, any number you don't know, don't answer the phone. I don't have that luxury no more. I have to always answer. Because it could be a client. Or a prospective client. So or someone who wants to come and work for me. So I don't have the luxury of airing calls anymore. It's quite expensive for just being carpet spam. Must be very, very targeted. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it is something's you've come up on their radar as being a potentially high value target, right? And then that's where they will look at getting info about you. Oh, it's because of a big scandal with eavesdropping. It had nothing to do with protecting citizens. Because of course that would be something like that. Of course. Protecting citizens? Hell no. Costing us money or upsetting the powerful people? Absolutely got to do something about this. Oh, I haven't emptied it out yet. That's why I wouldn't let me grab it. Number spoofing, no, it's illegal, but they can't actually stop it. Yeah, but what was, why can't I get through that door? Because that's ramped slightly off. Yeah, but they were looking at ways to make it, to stop it in where it was no longer possible on a technological level, like blocking it. Perhaps I'm misremembering, it wouldn't be the first time, but my understanding was everything they looked at that could have prevented it basically broke something important. So they basically abandoned trying to stop it from happening. Yeah. From what I remember. Let me just throw that in. Just so I'm not accidentally... Blueprints, what we got? Ooh, bigger inventory. Oh, now we can make our own boomsticks. And the drone visual aid should be there, but that rocket, yes. I'm needing magnetite quartz. Right, we're not getting that for a while then. Is what I'm understanding. LT is VOP, but if one controls base station, controls all traffic. Oh, right, got you. Just to feed your paranoia, your phone has several independent CPUs, and actually none of them are under your full control. Tim, yeah. Did you see the? I mean, saying that, social engineering is such a bit. Did you see Veritasium? How do you pronounce? Is that Veritasium? Effectively take control of Linus's phone, even though he was like the other side of the world. Like what is actually his name? The guy who does Veritasium. Like he was in Australia, Linus is in America, and he managed to take control of Linus' phone. Like literally answer calls that were being sent to his phone. And then make calls from his phone. Didn't have to install. And the thing is, nothing Linus could do to prevent it. It's an attack that's actually physically impossible to stop because it doesn't require access to your target device. Linus from Tech Tips. Most scams are social engineering since it's the cheap and safest way. This has a lot of truth to it. To be fair, this is right. See, we've got a few old guard in here. Do you not get annoyed when people go, "Oh, my Facebook was hacked"? No, you entered your password into another site, and they've copied it. You weren't hacked, darling, because that's not what hacked means. I'm sorry. More bastardization of our language, and we've got to go through it. We've got to go in here at some point. Oh, he's not American. Oh, that's right, Canadian. Sorry. Yes, he was in Canada, and the guy from Veritasium. His name is just completely escaping me. Was in Australia at the time. Basically, he managed to... I think he social engineered or something to get the EI number. And then from there, just managed to take full control of Linus's phone. Because of how phone networks work, basically. Don't blame us for him. Yeah, if you won't install control system on the PC yourself with full access random, you're asking to be scammed. Yeah, but you got to think though. What they're targeting people. If I go, don't ever put a rat on your phone. I know I've got people in this chat who immediately knows what I mean and go, oh no, we understand that's a very bad thing to do, but they're not targeting us with that type of thing. They're targeting people who go, well, what the fuck's a rat? What was the most? Because I used to have one. Because basically I used to help people I know. So I used to have one on, and they had one on theirs, but obviously I was the only one with access. But I could also remote share my stuff so they could see stuff that I was showing them. What was it called? TeamViewer. That's it. I remember here in the UK, some ISPs actually blocked it. Like, they blocked the ports that TeamViewer used because it got so bad. Because it was the most common one that was used. Basically, they take a legitimately software and bastardize it. Yeah, they're telling people without technical knowledge. Who don't know that you shouldn't do this thing. Doing this thing is bad. But they don't understand it. They didn't grow up with it. And to be fair, the worrying thing is that we're going to see it increase because the new generation also have no clue about it. Because their level of technical understanding isn't there. Because they've grown up in a society. I haven't unlocked Osmi and Rods yet. Bollocks. How far am I away from it? They've grown up in a society, not far, where they don't need to. They don't need to know how to build a computer. They don't need to know how to troubleshoot. They don't need to. Like, literally, there are now some kids. You put a mouse and keyboard in front of them, and then go. What planet is this technology from? Because all they've grown up with is touch screens. If you're not something you can do on a touch screen, they don't know what the hell to do. They don't know how to look into the file directory of your device to try and figure out where this thing has vanished to. Because those of us who know have just made it so easy for other people, mainly because we're sick of being asked how to do it. Being the family's tech support guy. Fine, let me just write you something. So you just click this button, it's done. Alright? Victims of our own success there. I need to get this up and running. I don't have the power for it. Yeah, we just made things too easy. Alright, okay, so they still haven't fixed this. Look, I've unlocked the T3 before the T2. Right, let me one. Techno magic just works magically. Apple devices don't have a file directory. Not in the traditional sense. What did I actually call it? And the T2 is a different branch. Yeah, it's in one of the bio branches, isn't it? Right. And then it's just another alloy, and then the water. You get water. Water. For the record, Apple devices do have a file system. I mean, more tossing. Oh, I love more tossing. What are you doing? I've just come back to the base. I'm now here all alone by myself, just doing some tossing, mate. So you say you can't access it directly, Vid. Are they now completely locked off? Because once upon a time you could. Uh, 300. How much power am I needing for this one? Okay, cool. Means they don't for the absolute majority of people. Yeah. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, no, I absolutely get what you mean by that, Grundick. Alright, tree bark. And bacteria sample. And then I'm going to grab one of the tree seeds, but we're going to swap out the huge number one. So we're dropping... Keep it right. So 177,000 on the plants and 700,000 on the oxygen. Try and remember those numbers. Oh yeah, it's like DOS is no longer a thing. No, it is. You know they call it PowerShell now. Yeah, you're right. Microsoft is rapidly trying to, honestly, the shit that Microsoft are doing with Windows. Oh, it's more convenient for the user. No, it's not. It's a fucking pain in the ass. What are you doing? Honestly, stop dumbing shit down. You remember in some sci-fi movies where you see, or TV series, you come across a society, like your heroes come across a society where no one understands, everything just works. Because everything just works, no one's had to learn anything or do anything, suddenly no one knows how it works. And then of course it starts breaking down. And because no one knows how it works, no one can fix it. And now society is crumbling. This is humans' future. This is humanity's future if climate change doesn't kill us. Or we don't go into nuclear Armageddon. Like, this is option number 3 for human society. We're going to dumb things down so much where once things start breaking down, we're going to have no idea how to fix it. And then we're just going to die. So what we need... You might know what movie I'm taking this from. What we need to take 2 very average people, put them in a cryotube chamber, and then wake them up around this time so they can then fix everything because they're the smartest people on Earth. That's what we need. So governments of the world, there you go. That's how you can safeguard humanity's future. And then make sure we pass down through the annals of time that we've got to have President Comanche there waiting with his big ass fucking medallion around his chest. You would have thought they'd learn from Win 8 not to fuck with the stat. Yeah, but you got to think it's like microtransactions, isn't it? You'd think they'd learn not to put microtransactions after the whole fucking horse armor thing in Skyrim. Now look at it. That's what it is. Put the shit thing, pull back, then gradually move back towards it. And people go, oh, actually not too bad. Then push it further and just keep doing it. Just keep that in shitification going over and over. Like the whole games as a service bollocks. This is the new one. I mean, it's been around for a while, but they're just going to keep pushing it. Right. Here's a brilliant film. I love it. I love that film. And you know, I'm so you know how happy that makes me that you know it. Like, you already know the film I'm talking about. Like, honestly, that makes this like just beat a lot happier. Idiocracy, yes, amazing film. AI will take over long before that ever happens. Horse armor was not a cautionary tale, it was a blueprint. But that's what a lot of things are. This is where I go, where people go, oh no, they'll never. They try this dumb thing, pull back because of the because everyone goes, it's a dumb thing, so they pull it back. That's the point. What was it? So we've over doubled the plants, and holy fuck, quadrupled the oxygen. Yeah. And they pull back, and everyone goes, yay, we won. No, that's the future, mate. It's like the whole thing about privacy and security and things like that. Never stop fighting. Because as soon as you stop fighting, they'll sneak it in and win. Right, I see. We've got enough rods to actually do another... another reactor. That's what I'm going to keep doing. Every time we've got enough rods, reactor. Just keep going. Water. Saying that, right, talking about tea. So Kitchen Girl hasn't seen Star Trek Lower Decks. So I literally showed her the first episode yesterday. Needless to say, I think she's going to be watching more of it. Right? I'm not going to lie, when it first, I'm like, oh, animated? What the fuck? No. But then I gave it a try. Someone like recommended I at least give it a shot. And if you're a Trekkie and you're going, oh, no, he's animated. No, honestly, try it. It's really good, actually. But yeah, I've actually started rewatching Voyager today. Watched the first 3 episodes before starting stream. While chilling out. No, two now. Oh no, I'm on the 3rd episode. Sorry. So go watch through that, and I need to download Acquire. Sorry, for any lawyers out there, make sure I'm not pleading the fifth here. Acquire Deep Space Nine, because that is my absolute favourite series of Star Trek. You don't keep an eye and stand up for your freedoms. You're going to wake up some morning and have to get strip search and microwave just to get on a plane. Exactly. And this is also why I kind of, when it comes to freedoms of some people, and people go, well, that's not you. Cool. But I believe in... right. If you hadn't guessed by now, I'm a lefty. But I wouldn't call myself an extreme. I'd call myself a socialist, which is an absolute dirty word in the Western world. Because I believe in equality and fairness for everyone, but I also understand that begrudgingly understand that some aspects of capitalism is actually quite essential. Like, there is benefits to it. So I'm not going to like go, well, I'm a communist, because actually full communism doesn't work with humanity. Might work with a different species, but it's not going to work with humanity. Right? How much power have I got? Cool. But I'm a socialist. I believe essential services should be provided by the state, funded by taxpayers. Yeah. Outside of physical goods, they should be, like, service-wise, should be free at point of use. NHS, police, fire brigade. Let's not go back to 100 years ago where you literally had to pay for a fire service. Like, you had to pay, like, literally, for those who don't know the history of fire service in a lot of countries, originally, the fire service was an insurance thing. As in, you paid to have your house insured against fire, and when it caught fire, you got in touch with them, and they come along and put the fire out. If you weren't insured, guess what? Your house is getting burnt down. Right, what am I looking for? I'm losing track of everything. I wanted to do. Where is it? I wanted to do the T1 version of that. I need to take that off for a minute. I need more iridium. So yeah, education should be free. Like I mean, I say free. They should be paid for using our taxes. Yeah. This is how I view it. Judicial system, police, medical care, right? Things like essential foods should be subsidised, so they're not too expensive. Actually, no, let's not put that in. So basically, those that are providing the food, the farmers and the workers and that, are still getting paid a fair wage. But then the consumer, on essential ones anyway, you know, they can still afford to pay for bread and everyday food items. We make feels like idiocy for telling the future. Why don't we learn from Beyond Me? And you, oh, you've already been watching the rest of it. Nice. How to degree on public medical? Well, why? Because this is where we're going to have a cultural disagreement here. I have my so obviously here in the UK we have the NHS, which is funded by taxes and is rapidly becoming privatised. It's been deliberately run into the ground to encourage for people to accept it getting privatised. But no one's going to be able to afford it. Because there is a big difference here where people go, oh, in America you earn more. No, but it's more expensive because you've got to pay for medical care. We don't. We pay for it through our tax contributions. It's about it being a fair and just society. Those of us who have the means, who can afford to pay that extra back into society to support those who can't, right? I don't want my next door neighbour's kids not being able to get medical care because they can't afford it when I can be throwing tax in, or the rest of the street could be throwing tax in. I just thought that is now going to be producing way more plants than anything that these can. So I might want to actually move that over. But I always welcome like different perspectives from other nations. But even a fair and just society is getting worse by the day. But it's because it's so badly mismanaged. I'd rather go into debt 15 years, get better tomorrow than pass away waiting for my place in life. Yeah, but again, that's a management issue. Properly managed. So once upon a time, here in the UK, I could go to a waiting room in a hospital, be seen within 10 minutes, and triaged, and then if it's serious, I'd be on the list waiting for the doctor. I could, unless it was something serious that required me being kept in, I could be in and out within like an hour or two. Yeah. But now they're so understaffed, so poorly managed. I'm not even going to say they're underfunded because to be honest, I'm not sure if it's underfunding or just all that money's just not going where it should be going in the most efficient way possible. That's better. That's much higher now. But you say that, but okay, let me put it this way. If managed properly, you could get that treatment straight away without having to wait for your place in line and not go into debt. There are ways to do that. But for reasons, the powers that be don't. Right, sorry, problem is, because without having to move the chip again, I have to do it this way to get what I want. So it would be nice, but I live in the real world with things like corruption. There you go. There's the number one. Greed and corruption. Like I said, the problem is always the human condition. And as I say, that's nailed on the head. But because we have to live in that world, shouldn't mean that we should accept that world. Like, we should be constantly and continuously pushing to make things better. To make it where we are having socially funded essential programs. Like I said, communism is more... Right, so my understanding is from communism, it's more about everything's run by the state and you get your share. Problem is corruption and greed completely fucks it over anyway. So it's kind of an impossible thing. But with socialism, what we can do is try and keep it fair because, look, not everyone needs the latest, most powerful mobile phone. So why should I get this for free? Because that's what I want. I should expect to pay a premium for this because it's a luxury item. Therefore, I'm okay with paying for a luxury item. But I shouldn't basically be turned upside down by the Sheriff of Nottingham and having coins shook out of me just because I need to go into the shop and get a loaf of bread, as an example. See what I mean? Where, you know, the differences. Like, there should be some things where we as a society should band together through the government to ensure that everyone has fair access to these essential things. Now, what is essential, what isn't, is always going to be, for a lot of it, it's going to be up for a debate. But things like housing, clothing, food, I'm sure we can all agree we all deserve to have a minimal level of it, all of it. Yeah? So let's make sure everyone can have that minimal level, but then people who want to go beyond that, that's when you earn for it. That's where you strive for it. Through work, through career, through saving up, or, to be fair, how most of it happens these days, through fucking crime. Yeah. Efficiency of money is put in NHS and others are being put into things as well. Sorry, don't necessarily see. So I'm going to give you an example of how greed has kind of fucked over the UK infrastructure. So most countries that have roads have a thing called car tax. So we have car tax. We pay it once a year. So when car tax was originally brought in here in the UK, it was what's known as ring fence. Basically, anything that was raised by car tax could only go into infrastructure, which meant we had a good quality of infrastructure, good quality of roads. Decades ago, they changed the law that basically removed that ring fence that now can go into everything. We siphoned off. This has now led to a massive decrease in the quality of the UK road infrastructure as a result of it, because there's no longer enough money. Because it's no longer just being... This road tax is no longer being used to keep the roads in good condition. It's being used for everything else, and there's not enough money left. And we now got potholes everywhere and all that shit. All because I wanted that money for this. And what's this? Oh, it just happens to go to a mate of mine. Don't you worry about it. And it's the same with national insurance. A lot of it's meant to be ring fenced to go into the NHS. I have to double check on this, but my understanding is, again, they changed it where it no longer does. Like, it can be used for non-NHS stuff when it shouldn't be. That I'm gonna have to double check, because a part of me's debating that. I'm thinking it might be national insurance doesn't actually raise enough. Medical facilities are prohibited from withholding life-saving medical care regardless of ability to pay, which is a good thing. But what happens afterwards when they go, well, I can't pay, and they're now in debt? Because debt has a massive impact, doesn't it? That's why there's that saying where Americans are usually like one medical crisis away from being done. Might be oversimplifying. Remember, this is a Brit looking in, so this is why I prefer to hear it from an American who has experience with the system, because obviously you can correct any misconceptions that I have. We're actually completely out of iridium. Damn. Right, we're going to actually drop an iridium rocket, I reckon. You spent 15 years paying off your stroke. Yeah, surgery for my gallbladder of 3 days was $250,000. Fucking hell. I got to get off onto the night shift. Oh, she woke him back up. Do I want to convert one of these back? I think I might actually. Actually, do I need to? No. So for me, having that type of debt hanging over my head would destroy me mentally. I would, right, okay. So assuming that's $250,000 splash start, I would never pay that off. Assuming that I have to pay every cent of that, I would never pay it off. That's a life debt for me. And here in the UK, some debts can be passed on to you, can jump onto your estate, as they call it. And there is a thing where, in the shadows, there's talk about making children inherit parents' debts. Which I hope never comes to pass. But there's definitely people within the UK government that would love for that. Pulse records. Right, okay. Right, so this is, right. This is what I'm going to do. It's about to hit midnight. I am, as I said, it'll probably be a short stream. Right, so unfortunately, I have no painkillers, so the pain is actually getting quite intense with this and my toe. And I need to take a proper in-depth look at my toe as well. The toes. Right. I was lucky that was not the build. VA took care of it, but that was why for that incident. I can imagine. Interesting. And that's about to kick in. Let me stop the ad. Right. No, see, the thing is, this is why I love that I have viewers from all over the world, because this allows. Because obviously, it's all good me hearing everything from media or Reddit or things like that, but I'd rather hear it from people that lived it, because that makes it expands the knowledge and the understanding, you know. And to be fair, there's nothing wrong with having different opinions and different ideologies. It's like, look, the only time that we're probably going to get clash heads if you turn out to be like a full-on MAGA Trump supporter, because honestly, at least all the ones that I've truly known, I think you got brain damage. Perhaps that's harsh. Maybe. I know, to be fair, I know a lot of right-wing Tory supporters here in the UK that I'd call brain damage because of the mental gymnastics that they have to come to justify some of their beliefs. Like, what the hell? That insurance, it would have been $750,000. See, that's crazy. I don't know. Sometimes I just wonder if it's like some form of money laundering scheme with some of this amount that gets banded around. To be fair, you guys pay, like, because you guys still pay for your medical care through your taxes. This is the crazy thing. This is where we go. It's fucked up in America, because there was a study that I read a few years back that basically says you guys still pay more from your tax percentage towards medical care than anywhere else on the planet. But you still then pay at point of service. Need to look into that and see if that is actually true or someone was bullshitting. But if that is true, that's fucking mad. Because you're still paying the same way that I pay, but then you also got paid like the actual usage of it on top, where I don't. So surely that's got to be wrong. But this was from like an official publication as well, so I'm not sure. It's totally true. Then why the fuck? This is what blows my mind. People that defend the US health system. It's like, oh, but it's going to be, no, we're going to actually just pay more. There's no benefit to it. I don't see a single benefit to it. We're still going to have the waiting lines because it's still going to be mismanaged, because it's just going to be about profits now. Like, we've got a history here in the UK where public services have gone private and they've just gotten worse. There's not a single public service here in the UK that's gone private that has then improved. We've already got history to back us up here in the UK. So, but anyway, right, I'm going to jump off. I'm not going to raid tonight. I won't be streaming tomorrow because I've got to go deal with some work stuff. I've got to go meet a couple of people. So I will be back Monday.
Bits received.
Dilbar, thank you for the 200 bits. Much appreciated. I'm sorry today's been quite more political than normal, but sometimes it's good to do it. And I appreciate all the insights and the other opinions and viewpoints. It's amazing. Anyway, enjoy your weekend. Hope it's great for you. Feel sorry for me because I'll be working tomorrow night. I'll be finishing it. I'll be getting home at like 6, get up like 3 hours later, then go work standing on my ass on my feet all day, football with a potentially broken toe on Saturday, and then working at the pub. At least I'm not working the club afterwards, so I'm getting an earlier than normal finish on Saturday. So, but yeah, and then of course Mexico Grand Prix this weekend. I've got to try and find a way to watch that. Anyway, catch you later. Have a good weekend. Ciao.